Linkin Park's Mike Shinoda had some interesting things to say in an interview with the Charlotte Observer on the lead up to his show there, which will be taking place at the Fillmore on October 17th. And he was asked about Chester Bennington passing away and what it must be like having to talk about that in every interview. This is something that we covered about a week ago when an interviewer asked Mike Shinoda to his face if he believed there were any, quote, sinister hands involved in Chester Bennington's passing, basically asking him if he believed in any of the outlandish conspiracy theories that were going around about Chester Bennington. You could see that Mike Shinoda was clearly annoyed by his quote, and it was understandably quite frustrating to him.
So you don't believe that sinister hands were involved in his death?
No.
Not at
well, there were no. I mean, there was a police report done and everything, so no.
So anyways, during this interview, and it's a good interview, we've linked to it in the description of this video, he was asked, what's it been like to constantly have to talk about all of this, by the way? Warner Brothers Records sent us an FAQ sheet ahead of our chat full of quotes from other publications about various topics related to Chester's passing. And even still, you know that reporters are going to ask the question. He says, what's interesting to me is that I've already said everything that there is to say for me to say about those subjects. And it's unfortunate that people want to keep asking me about them, hoping that they catch something I haven't said, because I've talked about it for a year. I mean, there's no magical thing that I'm going to come up with today that's unique. So all they're doing is torturing me. And the truth is, the fans have already heard those answers too. If you really want to have a conversation, let's talk about what's happening right now with our fans, because that's really, to me, where the magic is. Mike Shinoda makes an interesting point here because it is nearly impossible for him to conduct an interview without being asked about Chester, and it must be a difficult circumstance to constantly have to relive something that was so traumatic for him. Obviously, his album is called Post-Traumatic, no pun intended, but it was a trauma to him, and he's had to relive it time and time again. It's got to be difficult, and it's understandably frustrating. He describes it as essentially torturing him, and it makes you wonder whether or not people who will interview him in the future are going to take heed of that or even be aware of it, that he doesn't really want to talk about this anymore. And not only that, it's not like it's an annoyance to him, it's something that is personally upsetting to him. So hopefully some people will be able to identify that, and this is not something that will be rehashed time and time again. Speaking of things currently happening right now, Mike Shinoda just kicked off his North American tour for Post-Traumatic, the album he released over the summer. You can get tickets and check out dates over on his official website. Tickets are available now. He'll be performing until November, so you can check out whether or not he is indeed coming to your town. That's all for now. Don't forget to subscribe to Rock Feed with notifications on so you don't miss out on breaking hard rock and heavy metal news. As always, thanks so much for tuning into Rock Feed, and we'll see you all very soon.